Well, Gyökeres, Sesko, Arsenal pitch. If you know the meaning of pitch, you now got me. Looks like Arsenal is pushing for these two, and they are trying to obviously get the best of the best. And Gyökeres has gone ahead to obviously give us a very good elaborative story about these ones. And this is the Rokani Media Football. Rokani David, it is second video of the day. I hope you guys are really having fun in here, and we are bringing you this story from the headquarters of Rokani Media. Smash the like button, comment, and share if you're watching us for the very first time. Endeavor to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 30,000 subscribers. This summer transfer window, a lot of magic has to obviously surpass into the mix. Now, Arsenal is looking in for centre forward. That's not a hidden secret. And Andre Bartha, it's known that he's not much interested in getting in Gyökeres. Arteta wants Isak or Sesko into the mix, but they are yet to obviously come to common understanding. That's why they are really pushing in for two center forwards right now, Sesko or Gyökeres. And in the comment section, tell me who do you want to be the new Arsenal center forward. For Isak, they've told us that Arsenal is going to have to pull out of the race because Newcastle qualified in the Champions League. So for the Champions League now, it's very hard for them to obviously come up and see to it that they really give a very better excuse for the player to join them. Now, let's obviously get straight into this story of a man known as Gyökeres. He told us that Arsenal are expected to proceed with Benjamin Sesko or Viktor Gyökeres as they look to add a new number 9. Sesko or Sesko came to join and has a performance-related release clause set at 80 million euros. Chelsea and Liverpool also have Benjamin Sesko as one option on their list. That's what Gyökeres has told us, that Arsenal are expected to proceed with either Benjamin Sesko or Gyökeres. You understand? But we all know to it that in all this, Gyökeres is the ideal number 9. Why is he? Why is he the ideal number 9? Reason is simple. Gyökeres is that guy that has gonna hit obviously come up and really scored very many goals in that side of the Portuguese League, Champions League, and so on and so forth. Benjamin Sesko has too done it in the Bundesliga, and he has done it too in the Australia League, where he was at Red Bull Salzburg. So you can now know that a lot has to obviously be looked into. But one thing people are really underestimating is the price. If Arsenal are really pulling out of the deal of Alexander Isak because of the too much money, do you think Arsenal is really willing to see to it that they obviously go in for paying 15 to 20 million euros more than that they're supposed to pay for Viktor Gyökeres? I doubt. I don't think that Arsenal will obviously allow such a deal. I think they'll go in for a Viktor Gyökeres deal because it's really more suitable. And we all know to it that Andre Bartha was brought in throughout Arsenal to bring in finished articles, not work in progress or raw diamonds. Because for me, I think Gyökeres needs some 2 years to be the particular fit or the particular striker that Arsenal will obviously go in for. You understand? And if I'm Arsenal, Viktor Gyökeres will be the ideal signing. But I know Sesko is a very deadly striker, but really promising. Gyökeres added and said, Arsenal first pitched their project to Sesko last summer and again made contact in January. Viktor Gyökeres is a newer target and can leave Sporting Lisbon around 70 million euros, 30 million euros below his release clause. So Gyökeres also on Chelsea's ladder. That means that even other teams are really interested in Gyökeres. And by the way, Chelsea qualifying for the Champions League changes the entire narrative of Arsenal and who can obviously go in for him. Because for Man United, as you're going to see next, we're really waiting to beat Spurs in the final of the UEFA Europa League to see to it that obviously qualify for the Champions League and then attack the Gyökeres deal like no other. But right now, it's really very, very impossible for United to go in for Viktor Gyökeres because they are not in the Champions League. So Chelsea, being on the ladder to obviously sign the lad known as Viktor Gyökeres, send you a message that it's not yet done. And Arsenal has to obviously act quick, because players like Gyökeres would like to go to their holiday when they've gone ahead to know their future. So I don't know how fast Arsenal is really going to act, but I know tomorrow we might get a big story of Gyökeres to Arsenal, because Arsenal have been talking to the entourage of Viktor Gyökeres for some months. And remember, even the entourage came in through at the Emirates to watch Arsenal play against Real Madrid, and they went ahead to beat Real Madrid. So Jacobs Ben said Man United interest is genuine, but their top target is Liam Delap. It's also understood Gyökeres wants Champions League. Overall cost for Gyökeres deal is a bit higher than Sesko due to the wages and agent fees. So they're like, why is Arsenal looking at the Benjamin Sesko deals? Because of the overall fee that is required for this deal to happen. That, however much he goes in for 60 million euros, that is Viktor Gyökeres, but the agent fees, sign-on fee, and the wages will obviously be very expensive. And I'm like, if you're Arsenal, you're in the Champions League, you are vying to play in the next edition of the FIFA Club World Cup. Why would you sit down there and not really get this to the next level? And what are we talking about? We are talking about getting Viktor Gyökeres, proven striker. He was playing the championship. He knows the Premier League very well, and he can really do the needful for you. So I think Manchester United is out of the equation. We know that, though their interest is genuine, but I don't know whether he can really risk his career to go to Manchester United, because the history at Manchester United is not really backing them enough to obviously get in players like Gyökeres in their mid or the prime of their career. Because at 26 years of age, if I'm Viktor Gyökeres, I should be playing at Arsenal, a team that is just one step away or an inch away from really clinching a top trophy, either Champions League or a Premier League. And when he's playing at Arsenal, he can obviously be one of the Ballon d'Or winners. Because if he comes in through at Arsenal and scores like 50 goals a season, I'm talking about Viktor Gyökeres. Now, obviously, if Arsenal wins the Champions League, he can step on the podium and really compete for the Ballon d'Or as a player that we've gone ahead to know for some time. So, I tell you what, it's really going well at the moment, and we just can't wait to see how things are really going to be panning out with the club of Arsenal and very many others in there. So, as it stands, I tell you, the club of Arsenal, I think, should go in for Viktor Gyökeres, because he's the real deal. But I don't think that at this moment they should obviously be complaining about money and so on and so forth. Now, this is another one that that Jacobs Ben has gone ahead to drop, saying that Arsenal, like others, have been waiting to see whether Newcastle got Champions League, since without it, the plan was to try for Alexander Isak. Andre Bath are now expecting to go for Sesko or Gyökeres. Now, Arsenal's plan was to really wait and see whether Newcastle qualifies for the Champions League. You understand? And the moment they qualified, they've totally gotten out of the race of Isak. Though we need to eat it that it was very hard for them to go there because of the price. Though Arteta was the number one suitor for this guy, you understand? We now know that they are totally out of the deal, of Alexander Isak, because he's into the Champions League, and Newcastle will stick to their £130 million evaluation. Because if they had not gone to the Champions League, Arsenal would have gone ahead to use that to convince Isak to come and play. Now that means even Arteta will settle for either Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko. You understand? But I tell you, the other guy is the best. I'll go in for Gyökeres, as Andrea Bata is really in, because Isak is really the best, but they cannot get him unless otherwise they break the bank. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. Tell me your thoughts about Gyökeres Sesko transfer pitch to Arsenal. What are your thoughts about it? Rokani David is my name. Do you think Arsenal should go in for Isak, all, they've gone ahead to make the right decision in there. We out. Bye-bye.